Hola, Nora. So today I wanted to chat about something that's like truly fundamental, you know? It's the concept of beauty, but not like what we see on Instagram or in magazines. I mean, real, intrinsic beauty. It's so much deeper.
Oh, Isabella, I'm already hooked. That's such a crucial topic, especially now. We're just like constantly bombarded, right? So, when you say intrinsic beauty, what exactly are we getting at? Are we talking about, like just inner beauty? Or is there more to it?
Exactly. It's beyond just the surface. You're on the right track. It's about looking at beauty independent of all that mass media and popular culture stuff. It dives into philosophical, psychological, even evolutionary things. It suggests there's this like really deep intrinsic basis that just resonates more profoundly than any fleeting trend could. This authentic beauty, it encompasses universal physical attractors, yes, but also really, really profound internal qualities, you know?
Wow, so it's not just a rejection of superficiality, it's an exploration of something foundational, like actual roots. That's fascinating. I always kind of just thought of it as a cultural construct mostly. So, what are these intrinsic bases you're talking about? How do we even begin to unpack that?
Well, we can start way back with philosophy, right? Ancient Greek philosophers like Plato, they had some really interesting ideas. For him, beauty wasn't just about what you saw, no. He viewed beauty as a reflection of perfect, unchanging forms, these ideal essences that exist beyond our physical world. Do you know what I mean?
Forms, like capital F forms? Okay, so not just a pretty flower, but the idea of a pretty flower almost?
Precisely. For Plato, beauty was inherently linked to goodness, to truth, to harmony, measure, and proportion. It's something that it strikes you suddenly, and it inspires this deep philosophical contemplation. He argued that beautiful things, they participate in the form of beauty itself, making beauty an intrinsic good. Like it's good just by being beautiful, not because of what it does for you, you know?
Huh. So it's not just subjective then. It's almost like there's an objective standard of beauty that exists independently of us. And when we see something beautiful, we're just recognizing a piece of that universal perfect form. That's a pretty heavy concept, especially when we think about how, like, TikTok trends dictate what's beautiful for a week.
Right. It's a huge contrast. And then, jumping forward, we have Immanuel Kant, another huge philosopher during the Enlightenment. He proposed that our aesthetic judgments of beauty are disinterested. What that means is they're universal and they're fundamentally about form rather than any specific purpose or personal desire. It's a really interesting idea, Nora.
Disinterested. So, like, you appreciate something beautiful without wanting to own it or use it, just for its own sake.
Exactly. For Kant, something is beautiful if it evokes this free play between our imagination and our understanding. It appears purposive without purpose, which is a bit of a tricky phrase, but it basically means it reflects an inherent order, harmony, and delicacy. Like a beautiful piece of music just is beautiful. It doesn't need to do anything else. The pleasure we get from beauty isn't tied to the object's utility or a personal wish for its existence, you know? It's just its inherent formal qualities that really resonate with our minds.
Okay, purposive without purpose. That's a good one to chew on. So it's like a sunset is beautiful just because it is, not because it's signaling the end of the day or giving us vitamin D. It's just the colors, the composition, the feeling it evokes. That actually makes a lot of sense. So, philosophy aside, what else contributes to this intrinsic idea of beauty?
Well, beyond philosophy, we have evolutionary and psychological perspectives, and these are super cool, you know? Evolutionary psychology suggests that certain physical features are universally perceived as attractive because they signal health, fertility, and genetic quality. It's like a biological basis for mate selection, Nora.
Ah, the caveman brain. So, like symmetry, right? I've heard about that. Is that part of it?
Absolutely. Features like facial symmetry, averageness, not in a boring way, but like well proportioned, and sexually dimorphic traits, like more feminine features in women or more masculine in men, they're consistently found attractive across cultures. It totally points to a biological basis for these preferences. But it's not just about reproduction either. Humans are also drawn to symmetry and specific ratios because these qualities help us identify perceptual regularities and construct mental models of our environment. It contributes to a sense of order and comprehension, which is really, really comforting for our brains.
That's wild. So, like, even the simple act of finding something visually pleasing is tied to our survival instincts and our brain's need to make sense of the world. It's not just an aesthetic choice, it's practically hardwired. So, are we saying there's a universal standard for physical beauty then, in some ways, based on this science?
In some ways, yes, for physical attributes, there are those universal signals. But here's where it gets even more profound, right? Beyond physical attributes, intrinsic beauty is profoundly connected to inner qualities and a holistic sense of self. It's often defined by a combination of characteristics like confidence, poise, joy, patience, truthfulness, kindness, persistence, and loyalty.
Okay, now we're talking about the stuff that truly resonates. I mean, you meet someone and they just glow, you know? You can't quite put your finger on it, but it's not just their hair or their outfit.
Exactly. This true beauty radiates from within, reflecting an individual's genuine character and making them shine from the inside. It's like embracing authenticity, including all your unique quirks and even your perceived flaws. That's absolutely central to this real foundation of beauty. It's not about hiding anything. It's about really owning who you are. That's where the magic is, I think.
That makes so much sense. I've definitely noticed that in people, the ones who are truly comfortable in their skin, regardless of what's considered in that season. They just have this magnetic quality. It's less about perfection and more about presence, right? So if we lean into this, what are the actual benefits of embracing this real foundation of beauty then?
Oh, Nora, the benefits are huge. First off, we're talking about enhanced self-esteem and a really positive self-perception. When individuals define beauty intrinsically, they're less reliant on external validation and all those media-driven ideals. This leads to like a much healthier self-perception and higher self-esteem. They appreciate their inherent worth rather than striving for these totally unattainable external standards.
That's a game changer right there. I mean, the constant chase for perfection is exhausting. Just endlessly scrolling, comparing, it's brutal. So a positive body image, for example, cultivated through self-acceptance, is directly linked to higher self-esteem, right?
Absolutely. And this ties into improved mental well-being too, you know? Rejecting the often unrealistic and narrow beauty standards promoted by media significantly reduces risks of anxiety, depression, and body dissatisfaction. Focusing on your actual health and wellness over superficial appearance can really enhance your mental and emotional well-being. It's not just about looking good, it's about feeling good from the inside out. It's a huge shift in perspective.
I can totally see that. It's like if your goal isn't just to look a certain way for others, but to feel strong and healthy for yourself, the whole journey feels more empowering. And that mental peace, priceless, especially in today's world where everyone's like constantly trying to optimize their appearance for social media.
Exactly. And another benefit is authenticity and individuality, which I just love. Adhering to your own intrinsic standard of beauty allows for greater authenticity and a celebration of your unique self. It provides this incredible freedom to embrace the authentic beauty that makes you, you know? Celebrating your distinct traits, your quirks, even your perceived flaws. It really sets you apart. It empowers individuals to be themselves rather than trying to conform to some homogeneous mold that media pushes.
That resonates so much. I feel like we spend so much of our lives trying to fit in, when the coolest people are always the ones who just own their weirdness. So, if we're more authentic, does that also impact our relationships?
Oh, absolutely. When beauty is defined by inner qualities, your relationships are just more likely to be built on genuine connection, character, and shared values, rather than superficial attraction. It leads to deeper, more meaningful relationships, which is what we all truly want, right? And this all brings us to empowerment and personal agency. Embracing authentic beauty reclaims your personal power, allowing you to define your own worth and appearance rather than having it dictated by external pressures. This shift, it can be a really significant step towards self-acceptance, Nora.
That's powerful. It's about taking back control. And I guess it also helps foster body positivity on a larger scale, too, by challenging those narrow ideals. I mean, social media can be awful for comparison, but it can also be used to follow accounts that promote diversity and self-acceptance, helping to normalize the idea that beauty comes in many forms.
Yes, it totally can. And that's a positive use of it. But, Nora, while embracing intrinsic beauty offers these profound benefits, we also have to talk about the challenges. There's significant societal friction, you know? Because of the pervasive influence of mass media and popular culture, it's not always easy.
Oh, I can only imagine. Like, you try to live authentically, but then you step out into the world and it's like, boom, instant judgment. People can be really harsh, right?
Yes, absolutely. Individuals who don't conform to widely promoted, media-driven beauty standards often face negative societal reactions, judgment, and even verbal abuse. They may be labeled as deviant or insufficiently feminine for rejecting practices like specific makeup routines, hairstyles, or certain body shapes. It's a real pressure cooker out there, unfortunately. It takes a lot of resilience to just be yourself when everyone else is like pushing you in a certain direction, you know?
That's so true. And it's not just outright bullying either. It's those subtle glances, the backhanded compliments, the feeling that you're just not quite measuring up. Even if you intellectually reject those standards, the feeling can still creep in. It's hard to completely ignore. So even with all the awareness about media manipulation, it still hits hard?
It really does, Nora. Even with awareness, constant exposure to idealized and often digitally altered images can still lead to persistent body dissatisfaction, low self-esteem, anxiety, and depression. Social media, in particular, just amplifies this issue by presenting these super curated, filtered, and often unattainable images. It leads to endless comparisons and feelings of inadequacy for so many people.
The endless scroll. It's like, you know it's fake, but your brain still makes the comparison. It's a mental health minefield sometimes. And then there's the whole professional and social disadvantage, right? Like, conventional beauty standards are still deeply entrenched in professional and social settings, aren't they?
Totally. Individuals who visibly resist these norms might face challenges in job searches or social acceptance. For instance, women who resist traditional beauty standards by refusing to wear makeup or cutting their hair short during job interviews might encounter subtle biases. Even if their resistance is a strategic act of self-preservation, it can still have real-world consequences, unfortunately. And these societal beauty standards, they're often internalized from a young age, making them incredibly difficult to fully dismantle, even for those who intellectually reject them. It's a deep-seated thing.
That's a tough one. It's like, even if you consciously say, I don't care about that, a part of you still probably feels that pressure. Research suggests that even when women reject the idea that their value is solely tied to beauty, they may still acknowledge that conforming to certain beauty practices can enhance confidence and social standing in specific situations. It's a really complex tug-of-war.
It truly is a tug of war, and it's also a financial and emotional burden sometimes. Even if the intent is to avoid the financial burden of pursuing media ideals, the sheer pressure to conform can still lead to financial strain through consumerism aimed at fixing perceived flaws. And the emotional toll of constantly resisting or navigating these pressures, it can be really, really significant, you know?
Yeah, it's exhausting, just dealing with it all. And it's not just individual either, right? Like these media standards, they perpetuate bigger inequalities.
Absolutely. Media's narrow beauty standards perpetuate systemic inequalities by marginalizing individuals based on race, gender, age, and other factors, reinforcing existing power dynamics. For example, the emphasis on lighter skin and specific body shapes in media, it just reinforces harmful stereotypes. So, in conclusion, while an intrinsic understanding of beauty offers a path to greater self-acceptance and mental well-being, navigating a world saturated with media-driven superficial standards presents ongoing challenges. It just requires conscious effort, Nora.
That's a really important takeaway, Isabella. It's not an easy journey, but understanding these intrinsic roots and the external pressures definitely gives us a better map. It's about the conscious effort to stay grounded in our own worth. Thanks for just unpacking all this. It's been incredible.